Great work on this exercise. Hopefully, you were able to see how quick it is to obtain different pre-trained models for use in an app. Now, there's some wiggle room as to which models you may have chosen here from OpenVINO. Using the pre-trained model list, you can look at each, and some of these have a pretty specific model that makes sense. The human pose estimation and text detection models only had a single model really available for them. Pose estimation, you maybe could get away with something around face detection with the orientation of a face, but that doesn't necessarily get you the full body. Determining car type and color is a little more advanced, so let's look back at our list. If I'm looking at vehicle feature recognition models, I can look at each and see what might make sense for this data. The one that stuck out to me was the vehicle metadata one, as I can see that I can get color and type here. There's a few different colors and a few different types, mainly just whether it's a car, van, truck, or bus, not necessarily what model or brand it is. So let's look at each of these models here. I've now clicked on the pose estimation model that was available in the first documentation page, and what's actually at the top is the model name. This is pretty important for what we're going to do with the model downloader. So here I'm in the workspace, in Home, and we mainly want to make sure that we are actually in the correct directory where the model downloader is. So let's first cd to there. And I'll make this a little better for you all. Now if I check what's in here, I can see that the downloader file is available here. Now if I want to see the arguments available, I can use the -h command to see these. There's a few that stick out to me here. If I come up and see the -- name, that's the name that we just saw for the pose detection model. As part of the assignment, you were also asked to use certain precisions of models. So this is what the -- precision is used for. Now when you run the model downloader, you'll want to use the sudo command with this, as it's otherwise installing in a directory that you won't have access to without it. So you can use this sudo /downloader.py, and you'll want to use the -- name with your model name. In this case, we just have human pose estimation. Now if we look back in the instructions, we can see we wanted all precision levels. This means we don't need to feed an additional argument. Great, so now the human pose estimation model has been downloaded, and there's multiple precision levels, as you can see here: floating point 32, floating point 16, and int 8. Now the process is actually pretty much the same for the other two models. So what we want to do is make sure that we go and find their names. Here's the text detection model. We'll put that there, and we also want to add precisions. And in this case, we just want FP16. As you can see in the downloads, only the FP16 model was downloaded. Now for the final model, we'll want int 8, so we can replace that. And let's delete this name. And here is this final model name. Paste it in, and just the int 8 models have been downloaded. Now to verify that these models were downloaded, it's actually in this same directory essentially. We'll cd first into Intel, and you'll now see that there are directories for each of these models. And if we look at a single one, there's going to be our different precisions. And if we just go into a single one of the precisions, we can now see the available models, a binary file, and an XML file. So if you have all of those models available in your directories, that means you have successfully downloaded the models.